You've seen the headlines. You've played with the chatbots. You've watched AI generate art from a simple sentence. It's fascinating, even magical. But beneath the surface of this technological wonder, a quiet, persistent anxiety is growing for millions of people around the world. It's a question that moves from the abstract to the deeply personal the moment you sit down at your desk to do your job. Am I next? This isn't a speculative fear about the distant future anymore. This is a present-day reality unfolding in corporate boardrooms, creative agencies, and home offices at this very moment. The wave of AI automation isn't a single event about to hit. It is a steady, rising tide, and it's already washing over the foundations of specific, predictable professions. The goal today is not to spread fear, but to provide a clear-eyed, strategic forecast. We are going to identify the 5 professions on the absolute front lines of this transformation. We will dissect exactly why their roles are so vulnerable, reveal the specific tasks that are already being automated, and, most importantly, map out a concrete survival guide. This isn't about just keeping your job, it's about learning how to reinvent your value in an economy that is being radically rewired before our eyes. Let's begin with the sector that delivered the first major shock to the system, the creative arts. For generations, we operated on a fundamental assumption, that creativity was our last, unassailable bastion. That the spark of human imagination, our ability to create something from nothing, was something a machine could never replicate. Then, almost overnight, that assumption shattered. AI image generators like Midjourney and DALL-E can now produce artwork in any style, from hyper-realistic photography to abstract paintings, based on a few lines of text. Large language models can write compelling ad copy, draft marketing emails, and even sketch out screenplays. But the real disruption isn't for the visionary artist at the peak of their field. The vulnerability is for the enormous ecosystem of commercial creatives who form the backbone of the industry. Think of the graphic designer who spends hours creating multiple logo mock-ups for a client. The copywriter who drafts hundreds of product descriptions for an e-commerce site. The stock photo photographer whose entire catalog is now competing with an infinite, royalty-free library of AI-generated images. These tasks, which represent the reliable, billable work for hundreds of thousands of professionals, are being automated at a staggering pace. An art director can now use AI to generate 100 visual concepts in an hour, a process that would have previously required a team of designers and taken days. The economic model is being compressed, and the role of the human creative is shifting from being the primary executor to being the curator, the director, and the quality controller. The second profession facing an undeniable and immediate reckoning exists in the world of information processing, paralegals, legal assistants, and mid-level analysts. These roles have traditionally been built on a foundation of processing vast amounts of language and data, a task for which modern AI is perfectly suited. Consider the work of a paralegal. A huge part of their job involves discovery, sifting through thousands of emails, legal documents, and contracts to find relevant clauses, patterns, or evidence. AI can now perform this document review in minutes, with a level of consistency and endurance no human can match. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't get bored, and it can be trained to flag specific legal concepts with stunning accuracy. This same pattern is repeating in finance, consulting, and market research. The junior analyst who used to be tasked with reading a 100-page quarterly earnings report and producing a 10-bullet-point summary for their manager is now competing with an AI that can digest the same document and produce a coherent summary in seconds. It can analyze sentiment, extract key financial data, and even identify potential risks. This doesn't mean every analyst or paralegal will be laid off tomorrow, but it fundamentally changes the value proposition. The number of people needed to perform the same volume of work plummets. Entry-level positions, which were once the training ground for these professions, are drying up. The barrier to entry is rising, and the skills required are shifting from brute force processing to strategic interpretation and client-facing consultation. Our third category might be the most surprising and unsettling for many: middle management. We often think of automation coming for the workers on the front line, not the managers in the corner office. But we must ask, what does a manager actually do? A significant portion of their role is not about high-level strategy, but about workflow facilitation and information processing. They schedule meetings, compile status reports from their team members, summarize project updates for senior leadership, and handle a constant stream of routine communications. This is precisely the domain where AI company pilots and assistants are making massive inroads. An AI can now analyze a team's calendar and find the optimal meeting time for everyone. It can integrate with project management tools, automatically generate a weekly progress report, and even highlight potential bottlenecks based on data patterns. It can draft routine emails and communications. The manager who once spent 3 hours a day on administrative overhead can now have that reduced to 30 minutes. This is a profound shift. It means the manager of the future is being forced to evolve. Their value will no longer be in their ability to orchestrate information, but in their ability to interpret it, make tough decisions, motivate their team, navigate complex human dynamics, and provide strategic direction. The role is being stripped of its administrative shell, and the core is being exposed. For managers who excel at leadership and strategy, this is liberating. For those who built their career on being a proficient organizer and reporter, it is an existential threat. So, with this tidal wave of change reshaping the professional landscape, what can you do? Is the only option to wait and hope your profession is spared? Absolutely not. The key to not just surviving, but thriving, in the age of AI is to make a fundamental strategic pivot. You must stop thinking about competing with AI on its terms and start doubling down on the things that make you irreplaceably human. First, you must relentlessly cultivate uniquely human skills. This means moving beyond tasks that can be easily quantified and automated. Focus on mastering complex problem-solving that requires ethical judgment, cultural context, and a nuanced understanding of human nature. Lean into true innovation and creativity, not the kind that iterates on existing ideas, but the kind that connects seemingly unrelated concepts to create something genuinely novel. And above all, excel at empathy, emotional intelligence, and human connection. These are the skills of a master negotiator, a visionary leader, a compassionate nurse, an inspiring teacher, and a trusted therapist. These roles require a deep, intuitive understanding of the human experience that exists far beyond the reach of any algorithm. Second, and this is the most critical step, you must become an expert collaborator with the technology. The professionals who will command the highest premiums in the coming years are not those who ignore AI, but those who know how to harness it as a powerful force multiplier. This requires developing new skills, most notably prompt engineering, the art of crafting precise, strategic instructions to guide the AI toward the output you need. It means shifting your identity from being the sole creator to being the conductor, the editor, the quality controller. Your value lies in your taste, your strategic vision, and your ability to take the raw, often generic, output of an AI and refine it, challenge it, and elevate it with your unique human perspective. You provide the judgment, the context, and the ethical oversight that the machine lacks. The age of AI is not a distant sci-fi scenario. It is the new reality of our working lives. This transition will be challenging and, for some, deeply disruptive. But within this challenge lies an incredible opportunity, an opportunity to shed the repetitive, mundane aspects of our work and to embrace a more truly human, creative, and strategic role in the world. The tools are here. The tide is rising. The only question that remains is whether you will decide to build a boat. If this strategic deep dive helps you navigate the changing landscape, then subscribe to this channel. We are here to be your guide, not just to the technology, but to the human future we are building alongside it. Now, this conversation is essential. I want to hear from you. What is your profession, and what are you seeing on the ground? Are you already using AI in your workflow? Are you worried or excited? Share your story and your strategy in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and navigate this new world together.